In honor of the island coming to WWE 2K, I decided to ring in this momentous day by wearing my favorite outfit from the NBA 2K franchise. See? Pretty snazzy, right? This shirt is so wrinkly. I didn't pay VC to get the wrinkles out. If you haven't seen my original video, I'm a 20-year veteran of the NBA 2K franchise, massive WWE fan, and I made a video basically listing out the warning signs that I saw in the Island trailer. Basically how identical it was to NBA 2K's version of the same thing. Well, the game is out now, so the first thing I want to do is go straight to the Island and see, were we right? You know what? I will say I'm coming in with more than just a brown shirt and gray sweatpants in this. Bravo, 2K. I feel like I gotta change now in honor of this. Gotta go parts unknown. This is honestly a pretty sick look to get as soon as you start. Okay, height and weight doesn't change anything? What's going on here? Something seems wrong. I can be 6'2", 240 and be just as fast as 5'4", 206? What is going on? We start out at a 76 overall. That's actually really decent. NBA 2K is a 60 overall, and it is rough at 60. So, okay, that's actually really good to see. This is pretty good so far. We have color in the default fit, and we have a 76 overall to start. Maybe I was wrong. Let's see. If I go back and change my height and weight, how does it affect these max overalls? That's how NBA 2K works. Wait, this doesn't make any sense. So if I go 6'2", 240, max physicals, my max movement speed is 90. And then if I am at the minimum height and weight, my max speed is also a 90. This is either a bug or just really shitty design. Hold on, let's go even further back. Let's go back to the fighting style and class. If I go super heavyweight and max out physicals, okay, that's when these change. So I lose 20 movement speed by going super heavyweight. Also, I start at a much lower overall being a super heavyweight. This is crazy. Let's check the others. 75 starting overall for cruiserweight and 74 for heavyweight. So, pro tip, don't be a super heavyweight. All right, now the moment of truth in my opinion. How much VC to get to 99 overall? So 161,050 VC to get max overall as a light heavyweight. That's less than half the VC it takes in NBA 2K, but the question is, how much real monies is this? All right, I did the math. The conversion rate when you buy the second to highest tier of VC with real dollars is 2,085 VC per dollar. So that means it's about $77.25 to max out your overall when you start with a light heavyweight at 76 overall. So it's gonna be very important to see how quickly we accrue VC also. I'm curious if the other weight classes take more VC because they're lower overall to start. Wait a second. It literally costs 15,000 more VC as a super heavyweight to get to 99 overall compared to a light heavyweight, just because of the 7 overall difference. Like, why 2K? That's like $7 more. This only makes sense if this is like a more OP class, which if that's the case, then the balancing of the game between the classes is off from the start. Also, I just noticed the bonuses from your style, the striker, submission, whatever, don't actually change anything with your starting or max attributes. This says starting technical submission offense -2 for striker and +2 for technician, and yet I start at the same, and the max is the same for technical submission offense between the two. What the hell is going on here, 2K? Is this a bug or is this just bad design? Also, I can be a giant 5'7", 100-pound cruiserweight. None of that makes sense. All right, so the best option seems to be a striker since they have the highest overall. It doesn't matter if I'm a cruiserweight or a giant. So let's just go with a light heavyweight striker. 59 different hairstyles to start, and you can change color and everything just like normal creations. Okay, that's pretty good. I don't know what NBA 2K has because I'm not a big hairstyle guy, but this seems like more off the bat. I might be wrong. Let's go red hair behind. Oh yeah, that looks sick. Oh, man in tights out of nowhere. Hey, listen, I don't gotta impress anyone. I like to enjoy a couple Budweisers on a Tuesday, just like every common man. So let's go with this one. It's a name befitting someone from parts unknown. Gary Deathmaker. Johnny Death. A lot of death going on here. Dave Death. Ooh, I kind of like that one. Announce name. Should we just do Dave? The death is silent. Hometown. Oh, you know right where we're going. From the pits of hell. Dave. Remember, the death is silent. This is so funny looking. Just a demon named Dave from the pits of hell. Just like standing in Disney World with all these basic NPCs and t-shirts walking around. Bro, that guy's already 97. Welcome to 2K, ladies and gentlemen. I'm playing a day before the pre-order launch, 7 days before the actual launch, And the first guy I see is a 97 overall. That's what you're signing up for, folks. I'm just letting you know. All right, Paul is waiting for us menacingly. Let's see what he says. Seriously, dude, not even a voiceover? This is exactly what I predicted in my last video. I was spot on. Not a good sign for the story aspect of this mode. They've talked about doing drip feeding us content for the story on the island. Not a good start. We're just not going to get excited for text on a screen. Hey, it's R-Truth. All right, this game mode is sick. We got R-Truth here to save the day. I will say this is sick. Like, this view of the belts with Roman, gold Roman in the background, like, this is pretty damn dope. I'm kind of marking out about this right now. Like, little kid me would be going crazy if he saw this in a WWE video game. So I got to give them credit. The visuals of the island are pretty cool. Bro, this is creepy as hell. Everyone's just standing around not moving. Yo, literally everybody is just standing still. This is so odd. Dave Death's arrival has sucked the soul out of the island. I can literally just move people. All right, R-Truth, I have brought you the souls of 5 people. Dave Death's job is done. Okay, I can change my moveset at these booths. I'm curious how this works. Like, is any move available for me? It looks like they all are, and I can just change them for free at the onset. So that's pretty nice. Man, I'm just thinking about how in NBA 2K, everyone spams the same animations that become the meta of the game. It's gonna be so much worse in this game, bro. Everyone at some point, if this becomes popular and competitive, everyone's gonna have the exact same moves that they spam and that YouTubers say are the best for your build. This 410 giant demigod build will break the ring. Also, there doesn't appear to be a map, so I'm a little lost. R-Truth is telling me I need to find the Arcade of Tomorrow. Oh, hey, there it is. Okay, so as I predicted, loading screens to get into any of these subsections, it's instant. So this is just a way to make the server load more manageable. I'm not upset about this, but it is just annoying to have so many loading screens. Okay, the inside of this is pretty sick. I will say the style of the island is very cool. I haven't gone to all of the zones yet, but like, look at this. This is like Asuka Optimus Prime, Asuka Prime. Like, that's pretty dope just to see in a game. It's at least original. Although it doesn't seem like there's anything to do in here except go to another loading screen to what I assume is a match. So let's try that. It is a match. Oh, this is online only. No offline in here. Oh, here we go. Dave Death's first match. Also a 76 overall, so that's good. We're not going to get smashed. But this arena is pretty sick. I'm not going to lie. Okay, no Titantron or Pyro is a little disappointing, I guess. Kind of limits my customization for my guy. It's literally just movement into the ring. All right, here we go. The moment we've all been waiting for. Dave Death. Fucking no frills, bro. Just get down to business. Here to take your soul and go home. That's it, baby. Oh, this is awful. I am not having a good time. I forgot how horrible WWE 2K Online is. I do not claim to be good at WWE PvP, but that was rough. We definitely got some learning to do. I will say the input lag was pretty bad, and I'm playing early, so I imagine that's going to get worse when everyone else comes onto the game. For a game where timing is critical for reversals, that makes me nervous and a little bit frustrated, even though you can't tell. Now, I was just never into the online of these games because they never felt like real wrestling. They weren't that well balanced, just spamming moves and spamming Y. It doesn't feel like they've changed much about the PvP, which worries me because this entire mode seems to be about PvP. I lost and got 85 VC, so I would have to play 1,895 matches to max out my overall. Seems achievable. Also, winning would probably help. It looks like badges are obtained by doing certain in-ring actions. I assume there are levels to these badges as well that you can progress them each individually. Some of these are much better than others. Like, compare increased climbing speed to 4 successful taunts grants you a finisher. It doesn't look like these are linked to your actual attributes like they are in NBA 2K. Like, in NBA 2K, you can't have a great shooting badge or any shooting badge at all if your shooting attributes aren't up to the threshold required for that badge. Makes sense, right? This just looks like you get badge points as your overall goes up, and you spend badge points on any badge you want to unlock. It doesn't matter if you want a submission badge, but you don't have a high submission rating, which is weird. All right, let's do Roman's challenge. Offline match, it looks like. So this is a part of the story on the island. I'm gonna try to get all of my match actions here to see how much VC I can get offline versus online. Okay, good news. I got over double the VC for this one compared to losing the online match. I did go for my match actions and I did win. So it would take me 895 matches of this to get to my max overall. So that is considerably less. Wow. Thanks, 2K. The problem is I don't know how we can do more offline matches. Like, this is just a part of the Roman storyline, and I think all of these little zones are online only. Like, if I wanted to grind this out, max my guy as quickly as possible, and not spend VC, I'd spam these offline matches. It would not be fun, but you'd get there. I have a massive problem with this. Like, it's clearly a grind. Like, I just did the math, online or offline. It's gonna be a grind and it's not gonna be fun. What it doesn't feel like is that the grind is worth it. At least in NBA 2K, there's a pretty large variety of modes, both online and offline, that you can play with your guy, even once you've hit the max overall. There's a lot you can do where at least it feels like once you grind through it, then the game is actually worth playing at that point. I don't really get that sense here. Like, it lacks depth and fun progression. And it also lacks a true end game to make the grind worth it. It's not a good sign to me that getting VC and upgrading your guy is the entire gameplay loop. There's nothing that you unlock at the end to make the game more enjoyable because you're a max overall now, other than just winning randoms against online people. Like, let's go to Lucha World and see if it's any different. It's a different match type, a ladder match, but there's nothing else here. It's the exact same thing with a different form of makeup on it. They could have done so much more, even simple things to make this more meaningful. Like, here's a simple suggestion I just came up with. You have these 4 branded zones. Why not give them each their own progression model to make them feel even more different? And maybe every match you wrestle there unlocks XP towards that zone's progression model, and you start unlocking attires or moves or, I don't know, even matches against superstars in that zone that are specific to that zone. So it makes them feel a little bit more different and gives me a reason why I would go to one versus the other. All of these are also 1v1. I hope they have multi-man and tag teams at some point. It doesn't seem like there's a way for me to play with my friends right now. None of the zones have a multi-man match. I don't know. I don't really want to play this solo all the time and just grind away in 1v1 matches. So I don't know. The island looks cool. I won't lie. It looks really, really cool and snazzy. But just like in NBA 2K, that allure wears off pretty quickly, especially when you realize it takes forever to get around the island and you've seen the same tree 25 different times. It feels to me like they started with the visuals of the island and then made some shit up to justify it being an actual new game mode. And listen, I and you should cut 2K a little bit of slack. They made a new, unique, original game mode. I'm happy about that. I am. The price gouging is clearly still there, so we're not avoiding that, and it's only gonna get worse. I'm telling you that now, but it doesn't feel like spending my real money for extra VC is worth it yet, because I just don't feel like the end game of getting to max overall is really that rewarding. I'm just gonna continue to do the things I did when I was 76 overall, which is walk into a zone, walk into the ring, and load into a match. That's really all I can do no matter what my overall is. So my advice to you, like I said, I buy VC in NBA 2K, but lucky for me, I have a job that can fund that, and it's really one of the only games I play consistently. I'm not gonna do it in this game just yet. My advice to you is wait to see if they add more depth to the progression of this game mode and variance in the gameplay. And I don't play PvP WWE really, so that might be part of the problem for me, but if you don't do it often, play a few hours of online PvP in this mode and see if you enjoy it. It's very, very different than how you play offline, which is what I think most of the community actually plays every year. And don't get discouraged when you match with a 99 overall that absolutely stomps you. That is not a reason for you to go and buy VC. So let me know your thoughts. If this is your first time seeing the island, do you think I'm wrong here? Like, are you feeling the same things that I am? Is this more promising of a mode to you than it feels like to me? Also, do we want to see more of Dave Death? I'm going to play a lot more of this to form a full opinion on it. This is just my initial reactions based on my initial expectations. So let me know if you enjoy these videos. I do a lot of actual WWE content, not really WWE 2K, but I play a lot of 2K. So I'm happy to do more of that if that's something you guys want to hear more of.